We all know that one person in life that never had to struggle. They got the car in high school, they got the good grades, they looked good, they got the great job, they had a lot of money from their friends or family or made it themselves, but they never had to struggle. And because of that, they never understood how much better they have it than others. And good for them. I hope people that don't struggle never have to struggle. But because they never had to struggle, they are missing out on one important thing, in my opinion. And that is the amazingness of understanding where you are and where you came from. I was having this philosophical debate with somebody on why I dislike perfection, and I think striving to be perfect and aspiring for something perfect all the time sounds miserable. Because if you think everything is perfect, you can't really enjoy everything that has happened in your life. If you didn't struggle, for example, growing up, I couldn't turn on the heat all the time because it was too expensive. And now that I can, I appreciate that so much more. And it's a joy in my life. Even though it's normal now, I remember harder times. Just like if you were overweight or out of shape and now that you're not, you can appreciate how amazing you feel now and how you never want to go back to that prior version. And that's because of the imperfection. We strive, because mainly of social media and whatnot, for perfection, because that's all we see and that's what we think we need. But we don't sit back and reflect how the imperfections in our life make us appreciate life so much more. Our daily occurrences, our hurdles in life that we've learned from, not only teach us things that other people who haven't gone through that will never learn, but they let us appreciate where we are because of those hurdles. And instead of focusing on the negative, on those bad times, we should reflect on how they formed us now, how we've become better people because of them, because we had the opportunity to grow from them, where other people do not have these opportunities. They've had it all laid out for them. And sure, they're having a great life, but they can't appreciate the things like people that have gone through it. Which is also a caveat to my next point on why we should never strive for perfection. Because we know that it's not real. It's a make-believe abstract term that nothing can go wrong. And in life, things can go wrong. Which is why the term has come, especially in a lot of the addictive, people with substance abuse and whatnot have always used the term, and I didn't know this till a couple of years ago, and I've been using this term, and progress over perfection. Because progress means you had a hurdle in your life and you overcame it and you've went forward because of it. It wasn't perfect. Life isn't perfect, but that hurdle didn't stop you from continuing. While if you strive for perfection, you're always going to be setting yourself up for failure no matter what, because nobody is perfect. And like I said, that is a good thing. We don't want to be perfect because then we wouldn't be able to appreciate the good that we've created from our imperfections. Stop striving to be perfect. Stop it. You're going to depress yourself. You're never going to achieve that perfection. What you can achieve is consistently making yourself better, consistently making yourself better than that person you used to be, so you can reflect later and be like, oh my God, I am so much stronger, happier, fulfilled than that old person. And the only way you can do that is by keeping your blinders on and moving forward. Not worrying about the hurdle that happened yesterday or last week, only worrying about how you're going to overcome it and how you're going to better yourself and learn from it. Because the only time a failure or a hurdle is bad is when you acknowledge it and don't learn from it. Moral of the story is, your imperfections are what make you amazing. You don't, last example is, you don't see a piece of art that is perfect. made online or something and be like, wow, that is amazing. No, we see like Da Vinci, Michelangelo, there we go. Da Vinci was the inventor. Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel. And it's so amazing because you know somebody imperfect created it, and you might be able to see the imperfections, but still, in spite of that, they created something wonderful and they put their effort into it, creating something amazing. It's not perfect, it's imperfect. But because of that imperfection, because you know how much work they put into it, it makes it that much better. So strive for progress, do not strive for perfection, and keep moving forward.